And we are rolling. Welcome to Unlimited Freedom, guys. I am coming back at you with another update on Novatech. We've been having a lot of updates on Novatech lately. I've been hearing things from across the pond. Okay, as you guys know, I have been hearing things over from the continent of Europe. Okay, I know, guys. Europe's a continent. All right, I'm not going to take down the video just because I accidentally said country. Okay, now what I should have said is the countryside, the European countryside, right? The European countryside. That would have been accurate. But you got me. You're never going to let me live that down. I called Europe a country. Okay. So the continent of Europe, I heard some news that they were getting in their bonus account withdrawals, which is great. Good to hear that. Good to see kind of any type of movement happening with Novatech, because a lot of people feel that, okay, the pay is slowing, right? And so when is slow pay going to turn into no pay, right? And that's the question that a lot of people are having when it comes to Novatech, okay? Obviously, those of us who were involved with Novatech, those of us who have benefited from the program, who have believed in the program in the past, we're wanting to see them get back on their feet. And so that if that is going to happen, it's going to happen in two phases, which is the first phase is going to be they're going to get caught up on these bonus account payouts. And then they're going to have to be able to keep their word for paying the trading account payouts in April. Which, a lot, once they open up the trading account withdrawals, there's going to be a lot of people who withdraw, because a lot of people at this point are, if they weren't freaked out before, they're definitely freaked out now, right? So if they don't have the funds, right, if they don't have that large pool of funds that they should have and that they're supposed to have, if they've been doing all this trading, making all this progress, if they really don't have it, then there's only one possibility, okay? Is they start stringing it along further and further. So if they don't have the funds, then we're going to hear back from them at the end of April, and they're going to come up with another excuse as to why they can't pay out the trading accounts. And at that point, you're going to get more people who who decide to say that, oh, this is over, this is not going to work. And then every time they put out another excuse as to why they can't get the payouts, more and more people are going to, just get off the ship. Now, there's going to be some people who go all the way down to the ship with the ship because they're ego invested. Okay, ego investment is a psychology term. Okay, and basically what it means to be ego invested in something is that you're so invested in this particular idea that you have, right, that even if somebody proves to you beyond the reasonable doubt, beyond the shadow of the doubt, that your idea is wrong, you cannot accept it, because if you accept it, you're going to destroy the identity that you had created for yourself, right? So your brain literally won't let you accept it. Right, and that's called ego investment, when you're ego invested into something. Have you ever seen those relationships where, like, one of the partners is obviously totally in love with the other partner, and it's obvious that the other partner is, like, playing this person? It's obvious to everybody. But even if you prove it to the person who's quote unquote in love, because of their ego investment, their personality, if they accepted what you're saying, if they accepted the proof that they're seeing right in front of their eyes, their personality would literally break down, causing a breakdown of identity and plunging that person into a mental breakdown. Go look that up, ego investment. That's a good psychology term, okay? I got to get my smart clout back, right? After that, after you guys roasted me on that Europe comment. I gotta start really pulling out the old college education for you guys. Okay, but anyway, guys, so I do have some more updates on Novatech that I want to get into. Okay, this update is from a first star ambassador, and let's see what this update has to say. Okay, guys. It says, update on bonus account cash out requests. Okay, all cash out requests from the bonus account through February 1st, 2023 have been processed by Novatech and sent to QuickiePay. Okay, QuickiePay sends them out in batches. Okay, if you requested a cash out during your time frame and you haven't received it yet, It simply means the batch that yours is included in have not been released by Quickie Pay yet. Just wait your turn, it will come. So, what you're saying is it's Quickie Pay's fault now. Okay? So I'm gonna get the good and bad from this comment. The good is that the bonus account through February 1st has been processed by Novatech and sent to Quickie Pay. Okay? If that's true, that's great. Good job. Thank you for doing that, right? The bad news here is that they are now blaming Quickie Pay if you have not gotten your cash out in the time frame. Just wait your turn, it will come. So once again, yeah, and here's the other comment that they made. Processed does not mean Quickie Pay has already released them to your wallet. Okay, so guys, it's kind of obvious to me what's going on with this message. It's kind of like a blame shift of, okay, well, we've released the February 1st, we've released the February 1st bonuses, guys. But if they haven't come into your account, it's not our fault. Don't blame us. Blame Quickie Pay. It's their fault. Right? It's the new payment processor that we have. It's their fault, not our fault. Okay? Okay. All right. Not your fault. I understand. Message received. I got it. Nothing's your fault, is it? Right? It's let's blame Quickie Pay. Right? Let's blame somebody else. Right? So I hope you guys get this this bonus account deposit. I really do. And I know it's kind of funny because I do have an objective approach when I talk about these different platforms. So some of you guys are like, well, are you for Novatech or against it? Neither. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. Right? I'm not like going to be a dogmatic believer in some platform. And I'm not going to be a dogmatic believer against a platform. Let's just see what happens, okay? Let's be objective. Let's deal with facts. Let's deal with reals before feels, guys. Reals before feels. Let's tell the truth here. The truth is, this looks like you're doing a little bit of blame shifting, partner. This looks like you're trying to shift the blame, right, over to your payment processor. Which, that makes it easy for you, doesn't it? Let's blame Quickie Pay. Give me a break. Okay, and here's another thing. It's okay to share this with your team. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you for that. I'm glad that you're telling me it's okay for me to share something. I forgot. I don't have freedom of speech, right? I'm not allowed to talk about things if you say I'm not allowed to talk about them. Thank you, man. Thank you. I could share it. Thanks, man. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you for giving me permission to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Okay, next up, here's the one that I'm not supposed to talk about, and I'm going to talk about it, right? Because why not? Because listen, guys, listen. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but you seriously, why would we not be able to talk about something? If you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, your company's doing everything that you say you're doing, you're above board, you're on. Why can't we talk about it? Why? Why not? Right? What are you trying to hide from? Right? What are you worried about? I mean, you've already probably got countless lawsuits coming in at this point. So, I mean, what are we trying to do here? Right? I mean, it's going to be hard. And I know, man, this is not going to be easy to hear, guys, but I think it's going to be hard for Novatech to come back from this at this point. Because once they locked up that trading account, I've been hearing some things, guys. I've been hearing some things through the grapevine, guys. And it's what I've been hearing is that some people have been taking legal action now that the trading account is locked. So some people have already said, this is a scam and I'm going to get a lawyer involved. Right? So, I'm trying to be positive about this as much as I can. I'm trying. I'm looking for ways, right, in which Novatech can come through this, right? But I think definitely for sure they're going to have to make some major changes if they're going to survive, right? And I don't know the likelihood of that, guys. I don't really, like I said, I can't see into the future, right? So I don't know the exact likelihood of of those changes coming out, and of them being able to actually make this transition. At this point, we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, if they are getting lawsuits, if they're getting hit with a lot of lawsuits, I mean, what do you think they're going to do? But drop me a comment and let me know what you think they're going to do. I mean, I know what I would do. I would be like, man, I'd be getting some lawyers involved and trying to figure out how I can salvage my company. That's what I'd be doing, but I don't know what they're going to do. Only time will tell. And like I said, like I always say in these videos, guys, we're going to get a real telling thing happen during the month of April. Either sometime at some point during the month, they're going to make an excuse, or at the end of the month, they're going to make an excuse. Okay, and if they give radio silence and still don't release the trading account withdrawals, then that's even worse than an excuse, right? Now, I know that we're all hoping that they will release the trading account withdrawals and everything will go back to normal. But at this point, guys, I think they're in some legal trouble as well. So we're just going to have to, we're just going to have to see how it plays out. Okay, we're going to have to see how it plays out. All right, I'm going to read you this message, guys. So that first message, I get that you're trying to encourage me by saying the February 1st payouts have been released, but you're also kind of doing a little bit of blame shifting over to Quickie Pay, which I see as a red flag. And if I see it as a red flag, I'm going to see it, right? If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Okay, but I kind of see it as a red flag. I am going to say something because I really think we should think about this stuff, guys. For sure. Let me see. Now, as you know, I have an awesome family member who has 4 legs. His name is Roscoe. He's my dog, and he's my main man, Roscoe. And right now he's outside. And if I leave him outside too long, Roscoe tends to get away. And he's not too smart when it comes to playing in the street. So I will be back in just a minute. I'm going to try to get him to come inside so that I'm not worried about my dog during this whole presentation. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, I'm gonna get more professional with these things. I promise. It's just we're just kind of, for right now, guys. The thing that's important to me is the information, right? I mean, I don't have to have a big, great big studio or the perfect sound system or anything like that. I'm doing this just from my smartphone. But the important thing to me is getting the accurate information and getting the information out there, right? And at that point, that's why it's not the most professional thing in the world, but hey, maybe we'll get there in the future. So let me go ahead and get into this, guys. Hello, members and leaders. The message that follows is from your leadership here. It is not from Novatech founders. Oh, well, that's good to know, right? Let's protect the founders, right? Yeah. And this message is specifically for the folks who participate in the affiliate program and get paid on Friday and Saturday. Okay? Let me crack into this a little bit. Instead of requesting a cash out on Friday and another one on Saturday to help streamline the number of cash out requests, would you kindly wait until your commissions for Saturday have been paid out and submit 1 cash out request instead of 2? Okay, Novatech has made a lot of progress in the processing of the cash out, I think that's supposed to say out, requests from the bonus account. Let us do our part to help them as best we can. The same goes for the emails you are sending to the sub support mailbox. Don't get me started on this. Please do your best not to send multiple emails on the same issue. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding as we continue to change lives through this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity we have through Novatech. And that is the message. So basically what they're saying is don't do a cash out from your bonus account on Friday and then another cash out from your bonus account on Saturday because we can't handle it, right? They can't handle it. Too many cash outs, can't handle it. This is another thing with the growing pains. And the growing pains from going from kind of relatively unknown platform to to exploding and becoming a household name. This is another indicator that they're in over their head, guys. I mean, you've got a situation where they're saying now that don't do one withdrawal on Saturday and another one on Friday. I mean, why is that our problem? Right? For those of us who are involved in Novatech, why is it our problem? Right? When we want to do a withdrawal. That's like your bank coming out and starting to put restrictions on when you do a withdrawal. Right? It's like, isn't that your problem? Right? Don't you need to get better tech support? Don't you have to probably get a better server? Don't you have to get more streamlined systems in place? And then only message the support once. I say don't message the support at all, because guys, they're not going to message you back. Right? They're not messaging anybody back. Right? Support is just letting all those tickets just run up. Not messaging anybody back. So listen, guys, I mean, I know that, man, there's just been some rough news today, guys. It's been a tough day in the space, and I get that. And I don't want to add more fuel to that fire, but I've got to say, I'm not, this is not giving me like a positive here, right? This is blame shifting, and this is, it's kind of blame shifting again when they put it on the team leaders and the team members, right? You're doing too many cash out requests. Excuse me? Okay, what are you saying? You're blaming me for your problems? You're blaming me because you can't handle all the cash out requests? Okay, what? Are you mad at me that you can't handle the cash out requests? So now you're blaming Quickie Pay. Now you're going to blame me. You're going to blame your members. You guys are doing too many cash out requests. Okay, that's the problem here. If you guys were better, we wouldn't be having this problem. Give me a break, man. Are you kidding me right now? Come on, man. That's just a negative, man. Unbelievable. You can't take any accountability. You can't take any responsibility. So what? When now listen, guys, that I hope it doesn't collapse, right? That I hope that they pull through it. But like I said, it's not looking good. So when you collapse, when you go under, when you collapse, right? And you got to go and try to, do whatever you're going to do to save yourself. You're going to blame me? You're going to blame your members? You're going to blame your payment processor? You're never going to take accountability? Is that what I'm hearing here? It just makes me mad. Right? That you can't, I mean, how are you communicating to your people? Right? And then the people who are taking this and going, yeah, you're right. Maybe we shouldn't be doing so many requests. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You shut down my trading account withdrawals. No problem. Yeah. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. You guys, you got to realize that this thing is starting to show some really bad signs. And I know it was lasting good for a long time. It was doing good. It was rocking and rolling. I'm hoping that somehow, some way, that they get back to that. But like I said, they're gonna have to beef up their support. They're gonna have to hire people. They're gonna have to hire a legal team, because I'm sure that they're gonna have to deal with these lawsuits that are coming in. And you're gonna have to think about maybe getting out and starting to, shift into a country that is less regulated, where you're not gonna get regulators breathing down your neck. Right? You might have to pull out of the United States. I don't know. Okay, I'm not saying that that's what they're going to have to do. But what I'm saying is, guys, you have to understand what they're up against at this point if they're going to salvage this thing. Right? If they're going to salvage it for a long term, there's some real issues here. And one real issue I'm seeing starts right at the top with a lack of accountability and a lack of responsibility. Right? And if that really is the issue, if there really is this complete lack of accountability that goes from the top of the company, I hope there's not, because there's no way they're going to pull through it if that's the case. Because if you can't admit when you're wrong, you're never going to be able to make any type of corrections in your life, right? Whether you're in a company, whether it's your life, your relationship, your business. I mean, whatever it is in life, guys, the one of the main things that you have to understand, and I'm going to do a shameless plug for my book, because I talk about this in the book that I did, Power of Leadership. This is a book that I did. I co-authored it with Matt Morris, who's a multi-millionaire many times over, right? And was my business coach for some time. The link's in the description if you want to grab the book, okay? But it talks about this in the book. Guys, look. Responsibility is everything. And you have to come to a point in your life where every bad thing that happens in your life, you embrace your responsibility for it, right? And it's hard for people who like to blame others for their problems, right? It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. It's the government's fault. It's the way that this was done fault, right? But it's not my fault. I'm not going to take any responsibility. That is how you stay defeated in life. You're never going to get victory in life until you learn how to take accountability, how you take responsibility for your actions, how to take. No. Now he's got my glasses. This is what a dog does when he gets jealous. I'm not playing with him right now, and I'm doing this. I'm not playing with him, and I'm doing this presentation, so he's jealous. That's Roscoe. I call him Roscoe the Rascal because he's a little rascal. All right, so personal responsibility, guys. Big one. Get the book. If you haven't gotten it yet, it's The Power of Leadership. I did this book with Matt Morris. There's a lot of other great authors. I co-authored the book. It's been featured on Fox News, NBC, and CBS News. So it did get some mainstream media features, and I'm really proud of it, and it's good. I think it'll help you, right? The link's in the description if you're interested in that. And the links to Novatech and all the other opportunities that I talk about on here are in the description. So if you like any of these opportunities that I talk about, if you're interested in any of these opportunities that I talk about, you can go to the description, hit more information. It opens up a drop down, and you can check out the links there. You can either click the link or you can copy and paste the link into your browser. That way you'll be able to learn more about the company from the horse's mouth. And if it does seem like it's something that you want to do, I'd be happy to have you, man. I say welcome. If not, it's all good too. No worries. I'm not telling you guys what to do here. I'm just sharing my story. I'm sharing my take on things. The opinions expressed here are the opinions of me, right? Nobody else. But it is important that we look at this stuff, guys. So a couple of messages there. So the Quickie Pay pays out in batches, is what they say. It's just, I just have to point something out here, guys. Novatech doesn't have a problem when you put money in, but they're having a problem when you're trying to get the money out. And that in itself is a red flag. Okay, so we're starting to see some real problems, right? Well, let's face it, we've been seeing some real problems since last October. And that's when I pulled out my initial investment, along with I locked in some profit back in October and I was one of the last ones, I think, to get my trading account withdrawal. Now, I still do have a Novatech account, and it is still paying, right? I still get my bonuses on Friday. I get my bonuses on Saturday. I'm rolling everything over into my ROI. I'm rolling it all back over into my trading account, and my trading account is continuing to grow. So, do you think I want Novatech to fail? Is that what you think? Because you'd be wrong. No, I want Novatech to succeed. Okay, but let's get a little tough love here, guys. Okay, let's speak a little bit of truth here, right? Let's not deceive ourselves, right? Let's not live in the land of make-believe. This is what's going to have to happen if they're going to continue. Guys, you got to get a legal team. You got to get support fixed, right? Obviously, you've got to get you got to get better servers. Right? You've got to get it to where people can make as many withdrawals as they want, and there's no problem. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at currently with this Novatech update. Now, I do want to say something before I wrap up the video, guys. For those of you who have been commenting that you have been getting your withdrawals, that's great. Thank you for commenting. Okay, I appreciate you guys keeping me up to knowledge on what's going on with you, because I do want to see everybody get their bonus account withdrawals, and eventually for those of you who want to get your trading account withdrawals out, I want to see that too. So I really appreciate when you guys come on here and you share with me what's going on in your life and in your journey with Novatech and with the other platforms that I talk about on here. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because it helps me out a lot with the algorithm. And it also, when you hit the notification bell, guys, it allows you to be notified every time I put out a new video. It's really important that I'm able to get this message out to as many people as possible. So you hitting the like button, you hitting the subscribe button helps me to do that. And it also lets me know that you're getting some value out of this content, right? It helps me know that you like my content and that you want me to keep making content for you, which I definitely would love to keep doing, guys. Also, on a note on the comments, guys, every week what I want to do is I want to implement something where I randomly select your comments and I do a video and I just go with Q&A and I answer your comments. I answer your questions, right, if you do have any. So feel free to drop a comment. It doesn't matter if it's a positive or a negative. Some of them are going to be ad hominem attacks where you just try to attack my character. It's easy to do, right? Or you try to attack me. That's easy to do. It's super easy to just attack somebody, right? But the comments that I would really prefer to respond to are the ones where you have a legitimate concern and where you actually want to have an intelligent dialogue, right? Because just like throwing shade and name calling and stuff like that, you're not going to get a whole lot of response from me by doing that, okay? But I will respond to you if you have a legitimate concern, okay? And I appreciate reading all the comments, guys. So make sure that you go ahead and do that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment. If you're interested in any of the platforms, the links are all in my description. And so this is the Novatech update for today, guys. I'm going to be bringing more information to you really soon as that information becomes available. So do me a favor and stay tuned. And as always, guys, take care and we'll see you on the next video.